Okay, so this is the first game we're going to analyze. Liren versus Alexander Grischuk. Grischuk me all night long. Okay, so Ding's white. They played 1 billion moves of theory. They played the bishop f4 QGD, which you will see Hikaru have with both sides at the same time sometimes. It's pretty good. All right, and this is one of the main lines. There's a million games in this position. And usually Hikaru's black, but sometimes he's white in these positions. All right, and it's about equal. Yeah, Hikaru likes to play bishop a6. Okay, and then it's just blocked position and nobody's doing anything. That's what the super GM's like. Probably Grischuk's thinking a long time. Okay, so he cemented his bishop on c4 instead of on a6. I actually never seen this. Usually white's taking on a6 or black's taking on d3. I've never seen bishop c4 and b5. Never. It's just equal because it's very blocked. Yeah, it's all blocked up. Exactly. Now, the engine prefers black. The reason is it doesn't see how white proceeds, and it says, well, black has the A file completely dominated, so I like black. But, that's not true. The position's like just equal. And obviously, white can do something. Now, what happened was a lot of super GMs would know this is equal and just make random moves that draw, because there's nothing you can do. But Grischuk wants to win, even when he's black. And Liren is having a very bad tournament. So when he's white, he would like to win also. So luckily, the players didn't just move around and draw. They actually tried something. Unfortunately,
trying is the first step
to failure. Yeah.
I did it.
Yeah, but this is obviously not a bishop here, bishop here. Are you kidding me?
Hey, did you want to put the microphone over here or no?
Oh, yeah. Je regrette, mais je
It's so
forget.
loud. Doesn't matter for you.
I'm what? All right. Thanks, the Riska 83. Good. Yeah, but if you play g4, g5, that's no good. Because you're going to lose your f-pawn and cry like a grandmaster. Then you open up your king, and so forth. Okay, so nothing's happening. The movie's over. Everybody seems pissed. I got to tell you something funny, because Karen likes when I interrupt. So, a couple of days ago, and/or yesterday, I forgot, we saw a movie, and Karen said, this movie's the worst. Rawr. She was furious. Anyway, today, we were in the living room, or family room, I don't know, and I turned on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, which is a show she doesn't like. And I said, what's worse, that movie or this show? And she surprised me. She said, this show. Man, did she hate that movie. She was really mad. I couldn't believe she hates the Diners. Okay. Bishop d8. So nobody's doing anything. It's all zeros. The engine says all zeros every move. So nothing's happening.
I don't hate Guy. I just think he's gross. I don't want to watch the meeting. I don't even like cooking. So it's just not my thing.
All right. So white finally does something, but the engine doesn't like it. It doesn't think it's gonna work, and then white's king's gonna be exposed. So now it likes black's position a little bit. Doesn't like that move. Never play f3. Although it does like f3. Yeah, now he could have done Alekhine's gun with queen a8, which is the computer recommendation, because it keeps this pawn defended twice, and you triple up on the bubble up. But instead he penetrated without having the proper prophylaxis. That's dangerous. And after he did that, he realized what he had done, right? So he took a pregnant pause. And that's like 3 jokes.
I should drink my beer before it gets hot.
I know Super Scion. The number of people who understand that joke, those jokes I made, is like the Dennis Miller ratio. Only 1 in a million people get the joke. Okay. Rook A2, still equal. Alekine's gun, still equal, still equal, still equal. Dead draw. He played Rook A3. What kind of move is that, according to John Nunn?
Collinear.
Correct. The engine prefers another collinear move, Rook A4. It says it's completely equal. It doesn't like this move as much. Queen D2 defending the B pawn. Yeah, I don't understand this move. He's obviously stopping knight takes, but this just gives him a terrible position. You should just retreat and then say, what are you going to do? And, probably it's still a draw, but, white has achieved something on the king side. But after this, now it's probably not a draw. Yeah, D takes is excellent. A low-rated player would do that without thinking, and now it's all blocked up, right? Then it's just equal. The reason this is good, if you remember Steinitz von Bardeleben, and I'm sure you do, from 1895, what square does this give white, which heretofore he did not have?
Oh, I see that D4 was...
Yeah, and this is really good. That's the goodest. Then when you do that, you have all these pawns on the king side, and you can start pushing, right? Push pawns, not drugs. Okay, so D takes, and then bishop takes E5 is just terrible. And he wasn't in time trouble. It's move 42. So, I mean, this is terrible. Yeah, and now he's just lost. Yeah. So he knew he was lost. He knew if he did nothing, knight would come here, attacking this. Black would make a passive move defending it. And then white would start rolling over here. So he played F6, which makes his position worse. And he played E5. He's just gone crazy. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, what would Patsy Cline say about F6, E5, E4?
Crazy?
Yeah, yeah. So when Homer called the insane, when Marge called the insane asylum, because Homer was in there, this is an episode. Michael Jackson's in this episode, by the way. She says, my husband's there, and what's happening? And she says, hold, please. And they play Crazy. Crazy. And when it's on hold, she starts crying.
Oh.
Okay, then another episode, Homer calls the police because Maggie's missing. And Marge left for the weekend and he lost Maggie. Calls the police and said, my baby's missing. They're like, hold please. And they put on the music, Baby Come Back. Baby Come Back. And they start saying, oh God. So anyway, they find the baby. Chief Wiggum hands him the baby.
Yeah.
And he's going to arrest Homer for negligence. Homer says, oh my God, thank you. And kisses Chief Wiggum like 10 times. He says, oh, all right, just don't do it again. And he walks away. He liked when Homer was kissing him. Okay, Queen C3, double exclam plus tax. Now, if I was white, I'd be playing this move all day. And I would be like, what are you doing? And the answer, you ready for the answer? Knight F6. And I would have been like, oh. And white's still winning, but this is terrible. Because that wins for black. This isn't bad. Here comes the queen. White's winning because white's so many pawns up, but now it's tough. And he's like, this is your only hope is this queen. So he went here, defending his pawn on the 7th rank, stopping knight F6, and black has nothing here. If black moves the queen away, this pawn can be captured, this pawn saved, and the knight can't move anywhere. However, if he takes the queen, knight takes, he's down like a million pawns. So the engine says +4, +5. After queen C3, he resigned. Very accurate move. The normal looking move, now it's tough. Now there's a lot going on. So this was great, queen C3. It stops all of black's play. So Ding played a good game. The game probably should have been a draw, but Grischuk went too far. A lot of guys do that because they want to win. And I don't know if Ding's in clear last anymore. He probably isn't. Yeah. And so forth.